Hey yo, what is up, gaming legends? It's your boy Fizzle the Hizzle, also known as Benjamin. What a horrendous intro, but yeah, we're here with the OLT Oblivion first round of playoffs, and I'm going up against Destin, Slade, Objection, whatever you call him, bitch, my boyfriend, etc. Okay, I'm gonna restart this intro. No, I'm playing. We're gonna roll with it. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, we're here with the playoffs. I definitely want to win this game because if we win this game, that means we go to semifinals, which is a big pog. And if we go to semifinals and we win that, that means we can go to finals. So definitely want to do that. You know, I'm definitely going to do my best here in Oblivion. I'm going to try to win it all is my main goal. But yeah, it all starts here with this first round of playoffs. So we played earlier in the year, well, pretty recently actually. It was our last week that we played. Week 8 we got a forfeit win because Yahi is dead. So yeah, we got a forfeit win against him, and Destin was actually the last person we played in OLT. So it was going to be a little interesting back-to-back games pretty much. But I played this game like what, 3 weeks ago, man? Yeah, it was like 3 or 2 weeks ago. So I may not remember everything. I'm recording this like several weeks later, like I'm saying. But yeah, that's gonna be that, and yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into his team. He has Mega Lopunny, Salamence, Ferrothorn, Volcarona, Alolan Ninetales, Tentacruel, Xurkitree, Linoon, Alolan Muk, and the Claydol. So the things that I was worried about the most is gonna be that Linoon. He didn't bring Linoon last time, right? So I'm like really paranoid that it'll come this time. For whatever reason, I don't really have like a real reason for it that I think it's gonna come here. I have that gut feeling, you know. And Linoon is always so terrifying in prep. It forces so much on your team. You always have to have at least one Linoon like check from stopping it from sweeping, you know. So definitely need to bring something like that to this game. And the rest of his mons are like I don't know, they're pretty good. Like the first 4 mons are pretty good. Salamence isn't coming. It's not a very good Pokemon in this matchup. Volcarona is coming. Alolan Ninetales is probably gonna come, but I do definitely expect Tentacruel to come again, because Moltres was pretty annoying for him. So I definitely anticipate him bringing the Tentacruel again. So yeah, those are pretty much my brief thoughts going into this matchup. Like I said before, we recently played him, so I don't really have any extra thoughts to add to his team. So yeah, I'm just going to jump right into my team here. And first off, I have the Melota Pirouette. Melota Pirouette does a lot of work against his team, Banded especially. I wanted to bring something with more power against his team to stop things like Tentacruel from taking hits, things like Mens, you know what I mean? So I'm bringing Choice Banded Melota Pirouette, and I feel like he'll bring Claydol this time. Well, I actually don't think he'll bring Claydol. Claydol is an unmon. It's not a mon you're going to bring to playoffs. I don't think it's going to come ever. But it is his best Melota check, quotation marks, so I think he'll definitely consider Claydol, but ultimately it's not going to come. But either way, like Banded, and I'm adamant too, so I'm gonna be ripping through things, man. Quick Attack is pretty useful in case Volcarona is low. I chip it down with rocks. Xurkitree, I can out prioritize that. Linoon, I can't out prioritize because E-Speed has +2 priority. But I can also hit the Lopunny if it's low enough with a Quick Attack, and it does a lot of damage. Like I'm saying, I'm Banded and I'm adamant with Stab with Max Attack. You know, so yeah, Melota Pirouette looks to be really good. All I needed here is like Return, because his like normal resist is going to be what? The Volcarona, or not the Volcarona, the Ferrothorn, and is that it? Ferrothorn, and that's it? Yeah, I think that's his only normal resist, and Ferrothorn isn't taking his CC or Drain Punch, you know. So Banded Return looks really spammable against his team. Next up I have my Klefki. Klefki is a different set than last time. I ran like this as a pseudo, like, not really a check to Xurkitree because it gets set up all over, but I had Light Screen before to help me mitigate the Xurkitree, but I have different ways to go about the Xurkitree this time, and I feel like I'm more prepared for that Xurkitree because it was really scary in our Week 7 battle. So, why did I change back? Oh, never mind. Disregard me. I was looking at something completely different. But yeah, this Klefki is much better in my opinion. It's, again, Max Bidef to help me, like, well, I think last time I ran like Max Vizef, but this time it's Bidef to help me like deal with Alolan Ninetales, because I don't really have a fantastic pivot against Alolan Ninetales. So this is going to be a nice switch into that. I can set up spikes, I can T-wave things, I can defog Aurora Veil, you know what I mean? So this thing is really nice for that. And Reflect is really nice because I can reflect in front of the Linoon, because E-Speed at +X doesn't kill me, so he's forced to go to Stomping Tantrum. So I can out-prioritize him with the Reflect, and then go into my Diancie, which should take every hit at +6 under Reflect, and then I can kill that thing with a move you're about to see. So yeah, Klefki looks really nice here. Like, I have defog on here because I don't like T-Spikes against my team. I don't like it at all. And rocks are very annoying. So yeah, that's why I have defog on here. And spikes, again, look really good against this team. Like, nothing more to be said except for spikes look really good against this team. But overall, just a straightforward Klefki set. Nothing like super, like, out of the ordinary. And next up, I have the same exact, like, Ray Nicholas set, I think, from last time. It's going to be my Lopunny check. It's going to switch into Lopunny every single time, unless it's like, well, like, what set on Lopunny beats a Ray Nicholas? I don't really know, like a weird fat Encore set? I don't really know. But I know people bring Encore Lopunny in general against a Ray Nicholas to catch it on the recover, and then it can, like, power punch or whatever, you know? So I definitely seen that before, but nothing Lopunny can do to, like, really, like, 1v1 Ray Nicholas. So this is going to be my very good switching into that. I have knockoff on here for the Alolan Muck, because Ray Nicholas, he had a lot of trouble with Ray Nicholas once that Volcarona went down last time. So I think he'll bring the Alolan Muck to knock me off, to Pursuit Trap me. So I think knockoff is actually going to be useful this time, to knock off that barrier AV, so I can hit it decently hard with Focus Blast. So yeah, again, standard stuff like a Lopunny switch in. Next up, I have my Rindo Berry Mamoswine. I'm able to take a +3 Energy Ball with no boosting item from Xurkitree. With this, I'm pretty much max, well, I am max Pidef and a lot of HP, rest in attack, just to be able to ensure that I can take a hit from that Xurkitree. And the Rindo Berry is going to cover that really well. He can't, like, HPS me since I have Thick Fat. And this is a decent soft check to the little Ninetales as well, because I'm able to switch into a Moonblast very easily, and Blizzard is going to be doing 0 against me. And I can Iron Head that thing back, as you're going to see. I didn't really need a 4th slot for this Pokemon, so I chose Iron Head. And I don't have Ice School Crash on here, because I didn't feel like it was useful for anything. Earthquake just does way too well against this team. And Ice Shard is going to be just clutch, just to be able to, like, hit that Xurkitree if it is low enough, that Mence, which I don't expect it to come, Lopunny, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I brought this set. It's pretty much to handle that Xurkitree late game, if it does get up to +3 and has Energy Ball, you know. So that's the purpose of this set. And rocks look really solid against this team. I need all the chip I can get everything in range of that Meloetta. So Mamo is pretty cool here. I think this is, I don't think I brought Mamo last time, did I? So yeah, this is the first time I'm bringing it against Destin. So yeah, next up I have Diancie here with Rockium Z over Groundium Z that I brought last time. I'm bringing HP Fire, Moonblast, Diamond Storm, and the Trick Room. Trick Room is really nice because a lot of his options for offense are really speedy. Lopunny, Volcarona is going to speed boost, Xurkitree is going to speed boost, you know what I mean? So yeah, I can take advantage of that and go for a Trick Room. So that's pretty cool. HP Fire is just so I can get a little chip on the Ferrothorn. It's not going to do a lot, but I can get some, like, 30% off with my HP Fire, you know, if it even does 30%. So that's going to be pretty cool there. And Dual Stab looks really good against this team. Other than that, like, nothing really switches into my Dual Stab. And with my attack investment, I'm able to KO that Linoon after rocks with a Z Diamond Storm. And same thing with the Tentacruel. This can really catch that Tentacruel off guard. Same thing with the Alolan Muck. I do think it's going to be coming this time, and it's going to be Spadef to all hell. So it's not going to be, like, caring about an Earth Power from Diancie, you know? So Z Diamond Storm can really take advantage of that and put in a huge dent on that Alolan Muck. So yeah, that's the purpose of this set. And this is really nice, like, Linoon kind of, you know, what am I trying to say? Like a safeguard. I reflect with the Klefki. I force it to Stomping Tantrum that, and then I go into my Diancie and then kill it with the Rockium Z, which that's what this calc is for. It's guaranteed to kill that Linoon after rocks with a Z. So yeah, that's why this Diancie exists, and it's also to serve as a decent Volcarona pivot, because if he Quiver Dances on the switch and then goes for a Giga Drain, it's going to be bouncing off on me because of my immense special defense and HP. Well, not HP, but immense defenses, and I can Diamond Storm that really easily. So yeah, Diancie looks to be as clutch as it was last game, and Rockium Z does still does still put in work against the Xurkitree. Like I said, I still have the Mamoswine, so I'm not as worried about the Xurkitree, so I don't really need to KO that Xurkitree. Just put in range of a quick attack from Meloetta, a Shard, you know what I mean? So all I need to do is chip that thing down for it to be handled. So that's why I like this Dynasty. I think it does much better than the Groundium set that I brought last time. And next up, Chesben suggested this set to me, and I think it looks really good. Scarf Moltres with Dual Stab plus Dual Stab, that's more accurate. Because my idea was Hurricane, Scarf, well, his idea was Scarf Hurricane. Scarf Hurricane looks really good against his team. And I actually originally thought Moltres was slower than Xurkitree. I thought Moltres was base 80 speed, and I knew that Xurkitree was 83. But it turns out Moltres is 90. And then Chess was like, why not run Scarf? It looks really good. Scarf Hurricane looks really good against his team. And then I'm like, you know what, you're definitely right. Because his only real switch into Hurricane is going to be that Xurkitree, Tentacruel, and potentially Alolan Muck. But if I can burn that Alolan Muck, I don't think he'll be like hard switching in on my Moltres, you know. And Scarf can catch a +1 Xurkitree off guard, Fire Blast that thing or Flamethrower, and can also catch a Lopunny if it has that Facade set like before. Facade Lopunny looks really scary against my team that I brought last time. So Scarf Hurricane should, or Air Slash as well, should be able to handle that Facade Lopunny set that he brought. But other than that, like Scarf Hurricane, look at his team. Nothing really appreciates Scarf Hurricane all too well. Like Xurkitree can take it, but I'm max special attack. It's gonna be taking some nice chip if I do get up a layer of spikes, rocks, you know what I mean? If I Toxic that thing with something. I don't even know if I brought Toxic on anything. But after some chip, it's not going to be really gonna be that consistent switch into Moltres that his team has, you know? So, yeah, I just need to prevent rocks from getting up, and I'm not even bringing removal. Actually, I am. I'm bringing Defog Klefki. That's another reason why I brought Defog Klefki, because this is a fantastic win con late game. I can just sweep with Hurricane. So defogging with the Klefki is going to be really big for me. Prevent that rocks on the Ferrothorn from getting up. Same thing with the Claydol. Can prevent that from getting up rocks. So yeah, my Scarf Moltres looks really good. And overall, I think I have a pretty good team. Like, nothing really catches my eye. No like real holes. I feel like I handle Xurkitree much better with my Scarf Moltres plus Rindo this, plus Quick Attack of this, you know what I mean? So Xurkitree was pretty much the only thing that I was scared of. And Linoone is also very scary, but like I said before, I just reflect with this and then go into my Dynasty and kill it. So I think I have all of his offensive threats prepped for, and I think I'm really content with my team. And yeah, I'm going to get connected with Destin. Hopefully you pick out the W against him. And yeah, I'm just going to jump right into the battle. And we are back with battle against Slay. Good luck, have fun, my man. Cheers to a good playoffs run. But yeah, he decides to bring a team of a pre-evolved Mega Lopunny. I'm not too worried about it, man. Claydol, Alolan Ninetales, Ferrothorn, Volcarona, and the Xurkitree. So, things I'm surprised about. No Alolan Muck, no Linoone. I'm honestly surprised and relieved that those two didn't come. Kind of surprised Claydol came, but again, not too surprising. Like, it's a Meloetta. You have to bring everything you can against it, you know? And it served decently well against my Thundy as well. But, yeah, I definitely understand the Claydol pick. It's just an Unmon, you know, so didn't really expect it to come that much. But everything else on his team definitely made sense. Like, no real surprise there, you know. So, again, no Mence. I didn't expect that ever to come, but that's good for me, because Mence is always a big threat. You always have to be prepped for, like, sets. I don't really like Mence, but it's a big threat for prep, you know. So, yeah, honestly, I didn't really know what to lead with here. I just didn't want Veil Up. I didn't want him to get free hazards, so when in doubt, lead with the Meloetta Pirouette, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. As he sends out the Xurkitree, so right here, I'm just going to bop something with close combat. If it doesn't kill the Xurkitree, then, like, I put in range of a Night Shard for Mama, so I'm, like, perfectly fine with, like, kind of trading this thing off. But he goes into the Claydol, and it two-shots, so... Oh, man. And he uses Trick, gives me a Scarf, which could come in handy, but either way, I two-shot something. Surprised he didn't go into the Volcarona here. Maybe could have used Claydol as a sack. But right here he's going to go into the Volcarona. So Renko picks up a kill within the first 3 turns. No Claydol means no like Dynasty check. Dynasty looks pretty good against his team. Well, one less Dynasty check. There's an entire Ferrothorn there, but you know what I mean. So he sends out the Volcarona. I'm just going to go into my Dynasty. If he QDs, I pressure that thing out. And he just goes into the Ferrothorn. This was a very obvious play. I should have gone into the Moltres, prevented him from getting up hazards against me, but I do have Defog on Klefki, so I'm like not entirely worried about it. So I'm just going to make the safe play, go for the Diamond Storm, and I'm going to go into a Klefki because I can defog everything he has, or I can set up my own spikes. But right here I am going to defog his rocks away. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't want rocks on my side, and I'm just going to go hard into Moltres, and he's either going to Stealth Rock or switch out or Protect, I don't know, one of those options. But he goes for the T-Wave right here on my Moltres, and I'm like, shit, man, I just got the yellow color on me. So this Moltres isn't looking so good, but for speed control, I do have a mellowed up Pirouette now, so I guess it's not all too bad. But Scarf Moltres looked really good against his team since he had completely 0 fire switch-ins. But if I don't get paired, Scarf Flamethrower looks decently well against his team, since I can take a hit from the Alolan Ninetales, Ferrothorn, Volcarona, you know what I mean? So it looks decently well, but pretty much this thing is crippled for good. But yeah, right here, Moltres gets that, and I'm just gonna go for the Flamethrower. It's more accurate than Fire Blast. And I don't need to go for the Fire Blast. And right here, he's going to go into Lopunny. It makes a nice double, but it's fine by me because I'm just going to go into my Lopunny check. And yeah, right here I'm going to go for the Focus Blast, I believe. I'm trying to catch, or I go for the Psyshock. Yeah, because I guess it makes sense. If he goes into Ferrothorn, then I just Focus Blast the next turn. So yeah, I'm just going to Psyshock here. And here I'm going to go into the Dynasty. Again, this is my safest option. If he goes for a QD or a Roost, I can cover that. As he goes for the Giga Drain, we snack on that easily, and as long as I don't miss here, I go for the Diamond Storm. But yeah, I save my Z here in case I do want to use it against the Xurkitree. But right here, I'm going to use it against the Xurkitree. So it's fine by me, like that he switched out. Like I didn't really bother predicting, but it does a nice 20%. As he gets the lefties, I'm probably going to go for a Leech here, you know. So he kind of gets all that back, but he goes for the Rocks, and I'm glad I caught my Moltres in before he got up Rocks. So yeah, he sacks his Ferrothorn here. He didn't really have another play. Ferrothorn wasn't super useful. Dynasty was chipped already. He didn't really need it anymore, but it was pretty useful to have to serve as a Psychic Resist for my Ray Necklace. But he didn't really have another play there. So yeah, he sacks it to Flamethrower as he goes into his Xurkitree now. And right here, I didn't really think he'd go for the Thunderbolt since I have a Mamoswine, but I wasn't too worried about it because, like I said, my Mamo claims a kill with the Earthquake pretty much right now. Since I'm Rindo, I can take everything from the Xurkitree. I'm gonna go into my Mamoswine here. Go for the Earthquake as he goes for the Energy Ball, and as you can see, we're going to snack on that thing completely. Does only 50%. Spidef Drop doesn't matter. If he goes into Alolan Ninetales and Moonblast, I think I die. But instead he goes for the Blizzard here, and I'm actually thick fat, and we actually snack on that thing too, as he goes for the Iron Head. So I guess he didn't have Moonblast, which was a little interesting, but I guess he didn't have it. As he goes into the Lopunny here, and I'm just gonna sack this thing because I'm gonna go for the Earthquake, because if he goes for like what? I don't really know. I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake. Didn't really need it anymore. But either way, my Milo doesn't have Scarf, and I just finished off the game with a close combat. So yeah, there goes Lopunny, and it goes down here, and Milo cleans up the game right there. So GG's to Slade. Pretty fast-paced game, only 22 turns. But yeah, I felt like I played pretty well in this game. Nothing like I feel I did wrong, but we're going to pick up a nice run against Slade. So yeah, we're advancing to the semifinals, and we are going up against VM Nunez. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. He's a coach of the Alaskan Articuno, so he's an LD. He's a good player. He beat me once in GE playoffs, so definitely looking forward to get my little revenge here against him, and hopefully we can play in finals. Go to back-to-back finals in Ulti would be pretty cool, and go to my 7th finals ever would be pretty nice. So yeah, we went first round of the playoffs, and that's always good for me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And I also want to say thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me. And like always, have a swell day. Peace.